this is your June forecast, and we are looking at Mercury being retrograde this month. For you all, it's going to be appearing in your 10th house, all right? That's career, but it's also your goals. So you might find that there could be a couple of delays and a little bit of a hiccup here and there. We always seem to run into some challenges. The most important one, though, is to not sign any contracts unless you absolutely have to, and then keep in mind that it might have to be amended or whatnot down the road, which we very often come to see, right? The show must go on. We can't stop the world because of Mercury being retrograde. But, you know, if we can avoid investing or buying anything, especially electronics at this time, then you're better off coming into July so you don't have to end up returning it, because they just seem to be, you know, funky when we get them. Something seems to always go wrong. But in this area of your goals and your career, this month here, Virgo, it is, you have the sun, you got the new moon, you got Venus, at least Venus until the 3rd. Then it moves into your area of hopes and dreams, right? Which is a great place to have it. Plus that 11th house, not just hopes and dreams, but it is also your social network. It's the area of your friends and so forth. So I could see how you will become a little bit more social here the last 3 weeks of June, maybe catching up with friends you haven't been able to see or spend time with because of COVID and whatnot. That might now just start loosening up a little bit, but just still protect yourself, right? And keep your groups relatively small. But it will be wonderful and heartfelt to be able to spend some time with those that you do love, your extended family, right? Yeah. Now, Mars has been in this area, so I could see that May for you also had some of that where you were more active, you were more out and about there with your friends, even if it was just like a few friends here and a few friends there, keeping those little groups small. But I can see that you were more dynamic in May than you were, say, from top of the year, say January, February, March, April. May, yes, more so. And Venus coming in, joining where Mars has opened the door for you, that is going to be awesome. But talking about Mars, Mars will be shifting areas too, and that will be on the 12th. So you have a little bit more dynamic energy up to the 12th in your groups and social network, but then Mars is going to go take a little bit of a hiatus. Every 2 years, you know, Mars starts a whole new cycle. So what the rest of this month here in June will be is you kind of like using a little downtime to reflect and go over what you have accomplished, achieved, and so forth. And you're feeling like a lot of juice is running out of that battery. And that's why the 12th house is good, where we internalize, we go within and we meditate, and we kind of have this downtime to kind of like visualize where we want that new 2-year cycle to start once Mars moves into your first house. So if you're feeling like you're wanting to take a nap, go for it. It's always good. It's very healing. 12th house is all about healing. It's that Piscean house, right? And so whatever you can do for that internal spiritual self of yours, this is the time to do so. And then, of course, we will see that Venus is going to follow those footprints as well after the 3rd. No. I'm sorry. That will be next month. Sorry about that. But Venus will join that next month. So what I am seeing is for you too, we want to talk about Jupiter. Jupiter is changing sign. It went into Aquarius there, you know, top of the year. Now it is moving into Pisces. So it's moved relatively quickly, hasn't it, through Aquarius. But it's only going to stay with us for a couple of months. Then it's going to retrograde, go back into your 6th house, which is to do with your health, your day-to-day routines and so forth. But now as it's dipping its foot into your 7th house, that's all about love and relationships and who you work with and partner with one-on-one. Jupiter is going to bring you some gifts in this sense, right? There could be a new love if you're single. And if you're in a relationship, you can see how it's going to expand. Jupiter is very, very generous, very abundant, right? And brings a lot of good fortune and luck as well. So if you're looking to partner, say in business or anything, you can get some really, really good people to come in who's going to have your back and forge you straight ahead towards the goals that you want. Make the most out of it in these next couple of months before it retrogrades, goes back into your sixth. But when it does, later this summer, you're going to be able to wrap up what you started as far as top of the year, right? So we love Jupiter. Jupiter is our friend. It is the ancient ruler of Pisces. It's in the sign of Pisces. So it's like a double whammy energy. It's a gift from God or the cosmos, right? And it's also a lot of your creative energy might just start coming to the surface, right? Pisces loves to create, loves to dream, and so forth. So I can see it's very idealistic. That whole inner idealism of spirituality coming to the forefront, and where you're feeling like you have extra compassion for the underdog might also come in and play a role here, that humanitarian aspect. Then we have the new moon is in Gemini. We will have the new moon in your 10th house of career. And as we know, we always like to place our intentions. So your intention this month should be about wanting to grow the most you can within the area of your career. And that will carry the signature of your intention for a whole year until the next new moon in this area. So pay attention to that. And that will be 19 degrees in Gemini. And that will be also for any other planets that you have 19 degrees elsewhere in your chart. That new moon will ping off of it and also allow you to really contract a lot of positive energy from it. We have the full moon, 3 degrees in Capricorn here, Virgo, and that is a sister sign to yours. So the full moon will always illuminate the area of your chart where you now can receive, what you've been putting out, right? So for you, this is going to be in the 5th house. 5th house is children, right? So there might be some great news with children that you're going to be hearing or you sharing with them. But the 5th house is also love, joy, romance, and doing the things that we love to do when we have time off. Gift ourselves with time to go do some leisure things. This will be on June 24th. And of course, it's the area of your artistic self-expression. So yeah, it's always fun. This is our playground. The 5th house, always think about it as the playground. What is it that you desire and love to do? This would be the day to do it. And it's midsummer, isn't it? Definitely something there to celebrate as well. And let's see here at the end for this month, I think we pretty much have it. I would like to say pay attention, pay attention to that Mercury retrograde though, in that area of your career, right? Just so you don't jump without reading any kind of the small fine print on your contracts. Make sure that you're listening so we don't end up getting a lot of miscommunication or misunderstandings. That has to be, balanced as we move forward again. So listen, I wish you the best. Have a wonderful month of June, and I'll see you next month. Bye now.